Yeah, what's up, y'all? As you can see with the title, it's you're a black artist and nobody gives a damn. And we're gonna get right into, um, being a manga artist. Is really, or even an artist in general, just really you have to understand the bigger picture of doggone what's going on. Part of it does have to do what goes on in white society, in white artistic society. It's very Japanese. It's very homogenous. It's not really any room. Um, it doesn't really garner diversity because if your main audience is non-black people, it's not really a concern. And two, it's not really their job. It's not really a job for somebody that's not black to do it. Now, what I'm going to focus on is, even though, notwithstanding the racial bias, that racial pre-programming to say no niggers allowed. That's the whole. You got to look at the whole scope of things. I just can't look at one doggone thing. You understand? Because the simple fact seems it seems like nobody gives a damn because this. You have to look at what black people respond to and what everybody else is doing. Now, if your target audience is black people, you have to study people around you and people that's near you and close to you, and have casual observation um, of people that you just see out and about. General consensus online, what the opinion, and that's one thing. Don't never really definitively depend on the opinion, the online opinion. That's not the definitive go-to. Gauging what's around you is, once again, that's a part of that whole logic. Yeah, I know if you feel like you work hard and you do stuff and you produce stuff and nobody really gives a damn until you're making like some type of fan art, and then once you go into trying to get paid for it, trying to make money off of it, it's just like not like a huge issue. Art in general is not really taken seriously, at least not in this country. It's not like France, or just Europe, or Japan or Korea or China. It's just not. It's really, you have to realize what you're dealing with is art. People really don't care about art for the most part. It's not really impactful and meaningful outside of the pop culture they absorb daily. Outside of that, they don't really care. They don't care how deep and intrinsic your drawing is. They don't care. They just want to know if it's cute, if it's cool, if it's colorful. For the most part, that's the most they want from your art. And even designer toys is the exact same way. You have to fall into one of those categories to garner success. Because with me, I want to make my own things. What's the name to me? And that's what I want to focus on. But I realize that that's best left to, once again, the skills that we're garnering right now is focusing on that skill, and focusing on that one skill, one skill at a time, and building it. And the simple fact being, it takes years to master. And it's not conformity. It's just knowing what your audience is. I'll be real with you. It is a type of conformity, but it's a conformity to where they're conforming. They conform to your style, and you're giving them, and you're conforming to the way they digest the style. As in, you're giving it in some way, somehow, a package to give yourself wiggle room. But once again, as a black artist, it's hard. As a black toy designer, it's hard because there's not really a black toy design artist out there. Let me give you the keys to the kingdom of what black people respond to. What we respond to is, you can study it for yourself. You can compare notes. But from what I observed over 8 months, how many months have it been out of this year? It's been 5, 8, 6 or 7, 8 months. I just did a study, studied what we respond to through Facebook, through social media, through forums. What do we participate in? What forums we're in? What forums we're not? And let me give you the keys to the kingdom. As simple as this. We like traditional art. Simple. We like traditional superhero, vigilante, hip-hop, urban, whatever you want to call it. And that would be, for black folks, that would be traditional art, African themed, and that goes all across the, you go across the litany of art styles, of art genres, and you'll keep finding the same norms as far as what black people will respond to. Now, what they will buy is anybody's mystery. As far as supporting the artist, generally the society, won't mess with nobody unless they're endorsed. Generally, in a general sense, the simple fact being, black folks has never been more. What's the name of that? We'll support celebrity anything, even if it's death, murder, and destruction. Now, this is a thing going in on. Let me go in on black society. The simple fact that from relevant to hood rat, all we tune into, even though this is on our line, all we tune into is death and destruction. That's all we're looking for. Death and destruction. Or a big booty. Something that is not necessarily conducive to something positive. Just something that you can look at that person and say they make money. That vicarious awareness that this person is doing something to make money. A lot of the time people, they'll take hustle, they'll take doing something negative because it's favored for you to be a stereotype, for you to be a little monkey in the cage, and they say that's hustling because you're doing something illegal, or you're doing something that's absolutely negative. In the black society, that's what all we spend our money on. As far as entertainment medium, if it's not pop culture, with its bastardized versions of hip-hop, and hip-hop, a lot of what mainstream and pop culture is today, as far as black people, it's about negativity, it's about fulfilling stereotypes, like wanting to fulfill stereotypes for the sake. I could easily be entertaining. I could easily start cutting my videos like this black nerd comedy and laughing and joking all the damn time, like it's nothing else to do in my society. It's like it's nothing else to do, because it's to the point. Nobody wants to hear you. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a damn about anything socially you have to say, because that's the conditioning in the country. Black, white, across the board, nobody gives a damn. You're supposed to have this why so serious bullshit attitude that you're not ever supposed to take anything seriously. And that's why black artists usually don't go and branch out in other genres. The people, we respond to traditional comic book art with a black face on it, like traditional stuff. Have the penciling and the ink, the penciling and the inking and the speed painting, or really good paint jobs like painterly, speed painting, painterly stuff. African themes, hip hop themes, superhero themes, mix it together, various comic book genre. It's not necessarily, with us, it's not about really originality. It's about a presence of a black face somewhere in some genre. It's more about that, telling our story. It's more about that. Very, for the most part, you get your comic book producing game up, you most likely can have a really, really, really credible following, from what I observe. Now, getting people to buy stuff from you, once again, it has to be in their face. Black person has to see that finished product. Black folks are not really, they download mixtapes, BitTorrents, but they don't really go in. Well, most people really don't go in and download a comic book. They will, but they like to see the finished product in your face. They like to see the finished product. They like to see when it's right there in their face and they can have immediate access to it, because it's the experience. It's more about the experience of experiencing art, as opposed to supporting an artist. That's why a lot of art, like a lot of black artists, why they don't produce a lot of work. They'll just stick with what's popular, is because that's what black folks want. They want what's popular. They don't want you to branch off and do your own thing. It's simple as that. That's the way it goes. We're the biggest supporters of pop culture, which is support anything, don't support nothing not a second before it's not an endorsement, or absolutely pre-producing verbatim what I just said, verbatim, leaving little room and little originality. We don't want deeply intrinsic. We want something that we can immediately engage and absorb, whether it's less than original, that's left up to chance. I mean, a lot of the stuff I'm saying is the same across the board with every audience, but with black folk, you don't got no endorsement. It's like, really, what's the point? If you don't got the charisma to bring the audience, really, what's the point? And that's a simple fact. That's one of the things that I wanted to focus on. Is the simple fact is, not a celebrity, not producing the work that black people respond to. So like I said, I'll charge it to the, as they say, I'll charge it to the game. I'm trying to master my skills and use my own ideas as fodder, once again, to show you the direction that I'm going. But at the same time, like I say, I do what I want when I'm ready to produce, when I have those things to produce. But then I'm going to do things that's within time, economical, that's 100% me, that has 75% output as I put it together. That's what I want. That's why I want to make this little toy, this little figure or whatever. Somebody suggested female. It's already been 12 minutes, but whatever the case, that's about the skinny of it, or why nobody gives a damn. We don't care socially. We don't want to talk about those issues. And certainly societies where that's absolutely it's damn near an anomaly, or it's not an actuality in their society. So they don't care. It's like they don't care. It's like, we just want to have fun and party, and let's not talk about serious stuff. I mean, that's as simple as you can put it. That's as dumb as I can make it, as far as how it's looked at, because you already have stereotype and stigma all over you by default. You already have racism by default, as in people feel racist or feel they want to get away from you by default. All the societal norms that we've been conditioned to, and what does it leave? You don't want to hear nothing a black man have to say. Even a black man don't want to hear what a black man have to say, unless he's famous, unless he's celebrity, unless he's being entertaining. We only want to be entertained. That's what we enthralled with, to be entertained. That's another thing, black folks. You got to entertain black folks 24/7. Don't never talk about nothing socially relevant unless you're backed by what? Endorsement or celebrity, and or both. It is just simply once again, tooting my own horn. It's simply recognizing actually what you're trying to do. Like I told you, I'm doing it my way. I'm doing it my way. I may conform it to get it to the audience, but it always seems to come out my way. I've always done best, but I know I don't have endorsement. I know nobody has really stood up in contention. And once again, I'm a black man. I mean, and it's real. You just have to deal with this. If these are not the facts, then they tell me otherwise. I mean, these are the realities of the day. I'm not producing what black people respond to. That's one. Basically doing my own thing and charging it to the game because it's my training day on toys, and it's just like whatever. It's just whatever. I'm still gonna produce. I'm still gonna release. and cultivate it until, you know, I'm ready to. I got big plans, but I know what the response is because I don't have an endorsement. You're not supposed to put all your time and resources on what's not going to be supported. Black people really know what the corporate image look like. They really know what the professional, clean, polished, what's the name look like. They want something that look like they come from some corporate, basically as in polished. I see in other artistic genres that you'll let people get away with things looking rough around the edges, with things looking kind of raggedy, kind of rusty, kind of dusty. Black people, hell no, it better look like anything that you can go out and buy, and they don't want to pay a lot for it. As simple as that. They want direct access, and you got to beat feet and put it in their face for them to even stop and pay attention to it. And two, they don't want nothing even halfway raggedy. Like I say, in designer toys, you see it all the time. You see it all the time, like people that's professional working out. You see them working in their backyard. You see them working in their basement. You see, and no matter what they're producing, they still sell out of it because it's of interest. You know, once again, generally doesn't like to look raggedy, even though we all live like that. We all have this plain life, and like I say, everybody wants polish. So I'm going to end this video. Update on the figure. I'm gonna be answering a question every week. Like I say, just go ahead and get down. Come on in and chime in, and let's make this happen. Question for the figure is male or female? Leave it in the comments. I'm gonna tally it up probably over the next week when I feel I have enough, and then I'll reveal like what the sex of the what's the name is gonna be, of the figure is gonna be. Y'all think I'm playing? Oh, I ain't playing. Oh man, I am not playing. If this works out, we gonna go ahead and produce a whole series. I mean, real talk, real time. You can send sketches, you can send anything, and your input is invaluable. And plus you get to peek. Like I say, I'm back for y'all. Y'all the ones gonna get to see what all my hard work has turned into. Y'all gonna see it directly. This is what this is for. Making this figure and all this, the artwork that's gonna be produced and all that stuff. It's because it's for you guys, man. Real talk. It's like, if you have a captive audience, capitalize on that audience. So basically, I'm gonna capitalize on the fact that I do have a following here. Real talk. This is a long video. I don't mean, I like to keep it short, but whatever the case, I pretty much broke it down. Now I'm gonna have to make the title really provocative because this is a really long video. Usually I don't like to make them this long. But real talk, you know, put your comments, write in the feedback, and yes, I'm on Skype. Somebody asked me, am I still on Skype? It's under the same name, but I'm just rarely there. You would have to set up between here and Facebook if you want to Skype me. Usually my Skype will be up. But anyway, like I say, male or female? For the figure that we're making, male or female?